Here is a little secret why I'm always ready for demo or for test assignment. I always have my infrastructure ready to do something quickly, deploy, deliver, and test something quickly. For that, I have my development environment, basically DevPC, configured for all type of developments with a .NET or with a JavaScript or with a Go. Then of course I publish all my source code to a GitHub and all my artifacts to a Docker Hub. For example, here on a GitHub I always can share any sources or any results of the test assignment. Plus GitHub gives me a pretty good and free way to do deployments or to build artifacts. In terms of artifacts, I produce containers and host everything as a containers and store all the built artifacts in a Docker Hub. For example, in the demo application, I have an actions, and no matter what kind of app it is, it always produces a Docker image and push Docker image to a registry. It means that my artifact is ready to consumption, ready to deployment to any cloud or locally. When I need to deploy something quickly and prove that it works, I find out that the best way is to use local Kubernetes cluster. This is my local Kubernetes cluster. It's built from pies where one pie is a master node and I also have two worker nodes. In this composition I created with a K3s, and basically it means that I always have an environment ready to deploy something. For example, this is my cluster info. It's always up and running and ready to consume any deployments. When I need some kind of external dependency like database, message queue or cache or no matter what, I have another one instance, and this is my database server, and I host this with a portainer. So here is my local instance of a portainer, and here I have all the databases, all dependencies I need for my demo. For example, this one has MySQL, Postgres, RabbitMQ, and a couple Redis instances. All the deployments into like a database cluster also scripted as a Docker Compose files where I easily can deploy locally or deploy to portainer. So let's check a recent or latest demo I've created for one of the test assignments. Web API and and data processor created with a Golang. For example, here it's just a simple Go project with a web API, and another one instance is a processor which consumes messages from the from the message queue. This is little structure of an app. We have a client. This client consumes web API. Web API gets data from MySQL or from Redis and sends messages to the message queue. We also have a processor which consumes messages from a message queue, talks to a database and updates data according to some kind of logic. Once again, all the source code and actions are in GitHub, and all the deployed artifacts on a Docker Hub. I can easily deploy into a local cluster or to AWS or EKS or Azure, whatever. As soon as it's container, it will be published everywhere. So let's go back to the demo. So demo is a simple web shop. This web shop has an API and processor. Let's try the deployment. I have a register API call which creates a user for me. I can log in, obtain a token. I can create some demo product. I can get a single product, and I can do it a couple times because products are obtained from a database or from a cache. And I can do some kind of checkout which sends an event, and then the processor produces some kind of data updates asynchronously. So this is my web API and my processor. When I need to do some kind of quick fixes or implement something, I do code fix, push, and deploy. For example, let's try to see what's inside my cluster. Here I have a couple namespaces, and this is my demo project. It's deployed here. It has three instances of the web API plus one worker node. I can easily get information about running nodes like that, and I can get information about order processing. Let's create another one, order. It means that some new message was sent and consumed by another one application. If I need redeploy something, I do code changes, I push and everything, and as soon as my containers are ready, I always can go here and basically redeploy my composition like that. Okay, there are no changes yet because everything been deployed previously. But when we need to have like hosted application, basically we need 2 or 3 things. First is a namespace, second is a deployment, and third is a service to expose our deployment publicly. That's it. Quite easy and simple, and always ready for a demo.